What is up guys, it's your boy Swollam here, and back with another Classic WoW Season of Discovery video. Now, today we're once again talking about some class tuning and hotfixes coming with the scheduled maintenance, which has already happened if you're playing in North America, I believe, and is happening today if you're playing on EU. So there are a bunch of things coming with this maintenance, some of which we talked about yesterday actually, some class tuning that I'll show you right now as a brief recap that you can see right here. So druids are being affected, hunters are being affected, priests, rogues and shamans, as well as every single caster with the boon of Black Fathom. Now we already have a whole video talking about this change, my whole opinion on everything, and talking through everything. But once again, I'm just showing you right now so you can pause the video and read it for yourself or check out that one. Now, 3 hours after watching that video, after making that video and after that blue post, they made another one. I was sleeping at the time, I woke up today and I checked Wowhead and here we are. There's even more stuff. Yeah, there's even more stuff. This was apparently not enough for buffing. Even though I feel like, for example, the boon of the Black Fathom will make the raid itself way easier now because we have way more hit and way more spell power for casters, for example, and a bunch of classes have been buffed, so first of all, the raid will be easier and more classes are viable, but they're doing more stuff to make classes more in line with each other and make the raid easier. So let's talk about that. We have some hunter changes for hunters and Black Fathom Deeps Season of Discovery. Now, hunters have been on an eternal roller coaster ever since the launch. You had the explosive shot, which then got nerfed, and then we found some pets got nerfed, Scorpion got nerfed, then buffed again, and now pretty much nerfed again. So what's going to be the next? Do we find a melee pet with faster attack speed and hope for that, or what's up? Let's read the changes though. So the following additional hotfixes have been added to the OP and will come into effect with maintenance. Hunter. The hunter pet attack values have been updated to better scale with hunter attack power. Developers note on this: pets that cast spells such as Scorpion Poison or Lightning Breath, so literally targeting scorpions, and what are they called? Not chimeras. Actually, maybe they are chimeras. Chimeras or wyverns. Or Lightning Breath were scaling too well, and pets using physical abilities were scaling too little. We have now normalized the amount of attack power gained to scale with the focus cost of individual pet abilities. This means that abilities with a higher cost that are cast less often will receive more benefit from attack power per attack than abilities with a lower focus cast that can generally be used more often. Overall, this should level out the damage and reduce situations where some abilities were scaling too much or too little with hunter attack power. Now for Scorpion Poison, it now distributes the additional damage it gains from attack power evenly over all stacks of Scorpion Poisons on the target. Developers' note here is that previously, Scorpion Poison received most of its benefit from the Hunter's attack power in the very first attack. Now the additional damage gained from the controlling Hunter will not be gained until the full 5 stacks of poisons are on the target. This increases the ramp time a little bit and it makes it less immediately deadly in PvP, but still good in PvE. Lovely. Pets also now receive a smaller portion of a hunter's armor and stamina. Hunter pets were gaining far too much durability from hunter stats, to the point where some pets would get more than double the health and armor of a well-geared level 25 player. We still want dedicated hunters to have the ability to tank certain dungeons and raid encounters, but pets should not be so effective that they become the objectively correct choice. Yeah, hunters were literally main tanking the raid. I doubt that was actually intended since they made 6 tanks this time. We have the usual, we have paladin, warrior and druid tanks. We now have shaman tanks, rogue tanks and warlock tanks, and apparently hunter tanks. It's a season of tanks where everyone can tank. So we have aspect of the lion as well, which has been redesigned and will now function as an aura. Developers' note here is that this means that it is possible to have aspect of the lion up in addition to another aspect. Wow, holy, such as aspect of the hawk, as an offset to the lower amount of damage that some hunters' pets will deal, and to make talents such as improved aspect of the hunter more attractive to hunters using the aspect of the lion. We are shifting aspect of the lion into an aura rather than an aspect. This change will go into effect with the scheduled weekly maintenance tomorrow, but the tooltip will not change yet. In a later hotfix, we will relocalize aspect of the lion to heart of the lion and update the tooltip. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, they've also lowered the resistances of pretty much every single boss in BFD. So Black Fathom Deeps, the elemental resistances lowered in BFD to levels more appropriate for a level 25 raid. Hast Shadow Resist lowered to 25, Lorgus Jet Nature Resist lowered to 25, Twilight Lord Kelris Shadow and Arcane Resist lowered to 25, Invading Nightmare Shadow and Fire Resist lowered to 25, Void Elemental Shadow Resist lowered to 25, and Corrosive Droplets Nature Resist lowered to 25. All of these used to be 75, by the way, and Frost Resist lowered to 0 used to be 25. This will help out casters quite a bit, and even rogues, because some of these bosses that had nature resist, they were basically resisting all of your poisons. So if you're playing a poison rogue, like Deadly Brew for example, and using Mutilate, there were some bosses, like for example Lorgus Jet, where this was not the play and you couldn't, and some bosses were immune as well, so immunities and resist. And if you're playing a mage, then for example the 6th boss or Twilight Lord Kelris, he had a lot of arcane resist, so arcane mages really struggled there. If you're playing a shadow priest or an affliction warlock, then you also struggle with shadow damage on that boss. So these resists are really good, and they will make it way easier to be casters in the raid, and not just easier but more viable, because so far it's been a physical raid. All of the top DPSers are physical, like hunters, retribution paladins, rogues, warriors, feral druids, you name it. All top DPS are physical DPS. Definitely really good for casters to lower the resist. Now combine this with the change to the boon. If you go down here, Boon of the Black Fathom, it now provides 3% spell hit, so that means even less resist as well, and 25 spell power on top. So being a caster will now be a lot more like fun and a lot less tedious and annoying. You will be way more better. You'll be way better, and you'll be able to actually hit the bosses, which will be fantastic. We'll see if any casters can actually be top DPS now, and if so, if a caster would be top DPS, which caster do you think that would be? My money will be on Destro Warlocks, but you let me know. You let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Either way, I think this is absolutely great. First of all, the change to the Black Fathom, the Boon of the Black Fathom, is absolutely fantastic. I think it's been a trend ever since Classic WoW, where all the world buffs are very like melee heavy. They give you like attack power, melee hit, melee crit, and casters always gets the bin when it comes to world buffs, so seeing this one makes me happy. We actually get some spell power as well from the boon in this case, and spell hit instead of spell crit, which will make us do more consistent damage, and the resistance reduction was absolutely needed and required. Either way, I just wanted to keep you guys informed on all those changes, because there was a big blue post in addition after the one yesterday, so now you know about this one as well. And I guess the roller coaster for hunters continues. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed the video. I really do appreciate you guys watching these videos, and I'm having fun. I really like seeing Blizzard being so on it when it comes to the class buffs and tuning and like changing everything, making like adjustments on the fly every single week. I love this. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.